Hey, what's going on? It's Gary from FitnessFirstNutrition.com back with another video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Today we're going to tune into a video about DoorDash trying to get rid of the drivers. This guy says they are. Let's see what he's talking about.
Apps like Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber. So if you drive for apps like Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or any of the others, you should definitely be subscribed to this channel with all notifications turned on. Get started now for free. Hit that red subscribe button down below because I know you haven't yet. And tap that little notification.
Oh.
Okay, here's a video of what fire looks like in zero gravity.
What is going on? Subscribe button down below because I know you have to in style. So, this comes from Your Vegan Driver, okay? So they said, hey Pete, first time writer, long time watcher. Thank you for writing it. I'll make this bad news quick. The main Chick-fil-A in Omaha, Nebraska, a known facto test market for fast food and corporate chains, #1 grossing Raising Cane's in the country, etc., is building a collection of gray and red branded coolers with attached pitcher spouts. I asked directly if that was for catering or if they're starting delivery, and the manager told me they're getting rid of all DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats drivers. Yikes. I'm willing to bet they're not planning on paying those delivery drivers any more than minimum wage plus cash tips. So it's not a viable job option for anyone already doing the same job now as a gig worker. They're effectively trying to lay off all gig drivers in the creation of a lesser paying replacement job that only benefits their greed machine. Sorry, I mean corporation. 2 days ago, Grubhub also deactivated me for accepting and holding, then rejecting too many orders. And I talked about this with the reassigning orders guys. Some people it works like crazy, it works for them. In other markets, people are getting deactivated. When I tried to pin the rep to the wall, asking if rejecting unprofitable orders after figuring out the hidden mileage, an illegal practice, is against the terms of service, they just literally stopped talking to me and sent an email to appeal my deactivation. Time to call Cobra. And Cobra is an app or like a service where they fight for drivers. Don't quote me on that, but it's like an insurance thing, kind of, sort of, where like they help drivers that are in trouble that got like deactivated wrongfully from these apps. I don't know a whole lot about them. These apps: DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart, Shipt, Spark, whatever. Oh, everybody knows about them now at this point. They advertise like crazy. They're everywhere. It's the back to these companies. And not to mention that drivers are running scams, and drivers are not reliable in most cases because, as I've mentioned in delivering pizzas for some side money, you know what I mean? Where it should be taken more seriously. And plus, trust me, there are tons of drivers out there that do take it seriously. Okay? But these restaurants are realizing that they can't rely on us as drivers as much, especially after using us for 3 or 4 years now consistently. And they figure, well, we can save a lot more money and just hire our own drivers and pay them whatever we want, and people will sign up and do it. So this is only the beginning, guys, and I'm saying, and for those of you out there who put in the time, who put in the effort, who give A1 service, this is not for you. This has nothing to do with you.
All right, so it looks like some companies may be looking to bring in their own delivery drivers. I use Uber Eats sometimes. I used to use DoorDash. They're all scams. All of them are scams. At the end of the day, when you go on these apps, number one, they charge you more than it's costing a restaurant. Then they charge you service fees. Then you have to pay for delivery. No. So at least if the restaurants are hiring people and having them come out, it should bring the price down. You should get the actual price that's in the store, not $3 more per item, $2 more for this item, $4 more for this item. At the end, you have taxes and service fees listed together. I want you, next time you go to use Uber Eats or DoorDash, I want you to look at where you start and I want to look at where you end up at. They already start stealing money as soon as you are searching the app. So you get on there, you're scrolling, you want a hamburger. Hamburgers, we'll go with a cheap hamburger. We'll go with a McDonald's hamburger. McDonald's hamburger was what, 99 cents? I don't know. Maybe it's up to 1.99. I don't go to McDonald's. You shouldn't either. But it's 1.99. But you go in the app, it's now $3.99 or $4.99. And then you get the fries, and the fries are, let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just say the fries are $1.99. But on the app, they're $3.99 or $4.99. So now instead of paying $4, you're paying $6 or $8. So you've either 1.5 times your money, or you twice, spend 2 times the amount of money. So then you go to check out. When you go to check out, they have things called, they have taxes. Taxes you can't be mad at. but they mix the taxes in with the service fees because they know most people aren't going to calculate in their minds. This is where deception comes in there. This is they're brilliant. Most people aren't going to think like, hey, you know, it's only 8 cents on the dollar, so 8 times $8 times $8 is 64 cents. So I should only have additional 64 cents. But when you get down there, it's additional $3. So it says taxes and services. So the services the $3, and then mind you, I have Uber Eats, whatever their paid service, Uber Eats One, Uber One, that's right. But I get it free through my credit card, so that's why I have it, because the $9.99 gets, they take the $9.99 off, and then my credit card company puts the $9.99 back on the card because they have an agreement. Whatever, it's cool. Then if I need an Uber, there are benefits to Uber One. It's not really worth it if you have to pay $9.99 for it. But if you can get it for free, how I get it for free, I mean, you do. Especially if you're going somewhere, you're Ubering a lot, they give you some cash back. You do pay less for an Uber here or there. The service fees are less, but that's getting back to my point. So with Uber One, it's $9.99 a month. So mine is free, but that doesn't matter. As far as they know, they get $9.99 a month. So when they get their $9.99 a month, they cut my service fees down, so I see less service fees than the average person would see, and mine is still crazy. I had an order that I've canceled many orders and said that I just refuse. I refuse to be taken advantage of. That's essentially what it is. The order is $40. You ain't even get shit really, but it's $40. So the $40, and then they hit you with an $11 tax and service fee, and that's for me. And they'll have the little number next to it. They'll say $14, and they'll scratch it off because that's what I would have had to pay in service fees if I didn't pay the $9.99. So now we're up to $51, and I haven't even tipped the driver. How you not gonna tip the driver? The driver don't get nothing off the service fees. So by the time you're done with this order that was $40, that if you went to the store would probably be about $30. So now you've already paid 10 more there. You pay another 10 right there. So that's 20. Then you have to tip $10. That's another 25, 30. So you've spent an additional $25 to $30 using Uber Eats or DoorDash or any of these services that are here to rob you. The only benefit that I will say, and the only saving grace that I give to Uber Eats is that they do have a lot of offers that they'll give to you that are you can get like a buy one get one free on Uber Eats, and then you drive to the store because then you don't have any service fees. All you have to do is pay for the money for the food and for the taxes. So you get something like that where it's one of those offers that they offer, and you can go in there and pick it up yourself. It might financially work out for you, but I would be so happy if we went back to the days of stores delivering food. I mean, pizza stores still do, but maybe we could start getting Chick-fil-A, and then you pay the actual price in the store, and then maybe $2, $3 delivery fee, and then you can tip whatever you want on top of that. But you'll save so much money just with no service fees and no upcharges and prices. It's sad that this is some people's full-time jobs, some people's part-time job, but look, I can't afford to support you. The American people can't afford to support you. We're about to do a video very shortly about how people are behind on their rent, and the amount of people that are behind on their rent has risen by 12%. So we don't have it. Nobody has it. Even if I have it, I'm going to keep it so I can keep having it, and I'm not giving it to you for some bullshit like that. And I advise you not to either. But anyway, let me know, do you feel like you're being financially taken advantage of by Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and any of these other delivery places? Drop a comment below. Let me know. Again, I'm Gary from FitnessFirstNutrition.com, where we do not have a bunch of service fees. We have the price of the product. You buy the protein there. You pay for delivery, pay taxes, because I have to pay taxes, and then that's it. You get your product, you get your gains. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.